All right, green-black elves. This deck performs pretty consistently for us. So this is the same 75 cards we've been playing for the last few leagues. One switch that I've done is instead of playing all 4 Lead the Stampedes in the main deck, I've got 2 Stampedes in the main, and I've promoted the 2 Scoozes that were previously in the sideboard to the main deck. Just a little bit of a hedge. Lead the Stampede is better against like green, black, and blue-white decks, but Scavenging Ooze lets us be a little bit more aggressive in other places. I'm glad to know I'm not the only person that has a shuffling deck. My wife called me weird because I have one. I don't play physical cards enough. I like need to you know, keep practiced, right? My shuffling deck would only be legal in Legacy, and it would definitely get destroyed there, so that's all you need to know. It's not, there aren't any rares in it, but there's no, it is pauper legal. It's not pauper legal either because it's got uncommons. Could you show a BCW sleeved card up close on camera? I was thinking about picking up a few packs. Yeah, these are their elite cards. So it's got a lightning accident. That's actually a playable Magic card. It's got the textured back and then the gloss front. They're $6.50 for 80, I believe. How are the Elves doing? Just starting off, heading into the first match here of the day. How do they compare to Dragon Shields? So I really don't like the Dragon Shield match. So like, I'm really aggressive when I side shuffle like this, and Dragon Shield mats, I split the corners on them when I do this, and I haven't done that with these yet, which actually part of the reason I was like, yeah, sponsorship would be fine, because I crack the corners a lot with the way I pack, and it doesn't happen with these, which is nice. They're a little bit shorter than Dragon Shields, so like at the top, they still fit perfect fits, but they are shorter than Dragon Shields by a small amount. I don't think I have any folded corners on my shuffling deck here. I haven't folded any corners. This one's got some hours of shuffling in. It's a pretty easy mulligan, right? Like no mana dork. Seems very good. Why no Court of Calling? Because this isn't a toolbox deck, it's a critical mass aggro deck. Not looking for a land, nope. Have I used Eclipse Ultra Pros? All right, our hand's pretty good in the mirror. I'm gonna go real big, real fast. Hyder was in chat here a hot second ago, so there's a good chance that this is like a literal 75 card mirror. At least, yeah, sure. At least it wasn't Heritage Druid. So next turn, I can actually go Archdruid, activate Clancaller. I actually really like Elvish Mystic. Elvish Mystic and I top 8 in a lot of standard tournaments. Yeah, we're like the royal elven family over here. We've got lords chat. Lords on lords and lords. We're gonna put them under the abyss very quickly. Elf Camelot. You think Bisp Whisper is too expensive? Yeah, I don't think that card's good enough. I think any card you want to generate value in a deck like this, you want it to generate value off the top in the late game. By the time you cast a 4-drop, you've like already like vomited your hand and stuff, right? Like, next turn I just, like, literally put 2 Clancallers into play. We have a couple of standard elf lists in the queue. We'll get to them at some point. We're gonna get, like, double Shaman of the Pact and die here. Maybe I should have attacked with this too. I probably should have attacked with this too. Yeah, we have 2 copies of Ezuri in our deck. Alright, kill me. I think I should have attacked with this one too. I believe one of the elf decks in the queue is Esso's deck. Please put this on the standard docket to set the bar low. I think it's the most competitive deck I've ever said dead. Sounds good. Thank you for the support as always, Scholar. I think Caleb said he was taking the night off, so I might do a long stream tonight. Might stream extra long. Are they dead to a full swing? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. Yeah, they're just dead to full swing. Yeah, they are, right? Yeah, they're dead, right? They have 5 blockers. I have 7 attackers. At most 2 connect. Right? That's how that math works. Pretty confident they're dead on board. 5 to 5, they take 2. Yep. I'm not gonna go long this morning, but this evening I'll be back on. So remember, my new schedule started this week, so while I'm still live Monday through Wednesday in the mornings, like I have been, I'm adding a Wednesday night slot and I'm adding a Wednesday night slot and then a Friday. I'll be going long. Yeah. No, Wednesday night is standard. So Tuesday all day and Wednesday night are going to be standard, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday are going to be modern guaranteed. Although I might run late on Friday this week and then do both. Do standard, modern, and standard. Friday's probably going to be both. Little column A, little column B, because I can go long. Friday will always be some modern. But standard content is really, really hot at the moment. Do I want a sideboard? 8:30 p.m. Cornfield time. It's approximately 9 hours from now. Take a little bit of a break to eat dinner and hang out with the kids for a while. Then after the kids go to bed, I start up. I don't think I want to change anything, right? Do I want trophies? Like, is trophy good? Is trophy better than Lead the Stampede? I don't know if trophy's better than Lead the Stampede. Honestly, I might just, like, want leads instead of skews to just, like, be linear. I think I just want to race. I don't think this is a be interactive matchup. I think trying to be interactive here is a mistake. I think mulligan to turn one accelerant, and then like play magic. I could see Thoughtseize being okay because Thoughtseize is pretty resource efficient. It's possible that like 2 Thoughtseize are better than 2 Lead the Stampede. I could buy that for $1. I think Lead's actually pretty okay here. Like, getting to punch through aggressively and, like, getting critical mass, and, like, Lead the Stampede helps us get critical mass. Man, this Dwynen Elite is gonna be like Xbox Siege on this board. Just like, yo dog, look at my 2/2. Maybe I'm supposed to play a Clancaller this turn because it would make Elves of Deep Shadow a 2/2. Because, like, I actually can't play double Clancaller next turn. I just run the no blocks here. Now I can play double Clancaller. Sounds good. So they can put more Clancallers into play here. Because they have Heritage Druid to go bigger. Games like this are reasons that I wouldn't like to play Elves. These mirrors kind of suck. Just like straight up on your race factor. We get to be on the play for game 3 though, so we got that going for us. So they're gonna put another Clancaller into play here, which I don't really have the option to do anything about. Let's go ahead and lead the Stampede here, I suppose. Okay. I don't know if I'm dead here or not, but let's find out. How do you beat Tron or Lantern or Burn? I actually think Tron and Burn are both good matchups for you. You just get to race them. It's always Hoogland After Dark here. Time zones are weird. Something very, very horrible is what you've walked into. So they get to put another Clancaller into play here if they want, and then attack with a bunch of stuff, and then I'm probably dead. Did Twitch chat die for a hot second there? I thought it was quiet for a moment. I was like, God, nobody's posting anything. That's weird. Makes a lot of sense that it died. Yeah, these we'll have Jester shirts for sale. I believe the beginning of next month is the plan. So now, Ezuri plus Heritage Druid means that I actually end up having pretty good blocks here, right? Even when they get Clancaller. And then I can kill them on my next turn. That's great, Hivemind. How am I dead on board doing Alpha Strike? I take 3 here, right? Like not even close to dead on board. Angus is a concession lockup. We drew better and we won the mirror. Collected company, lead the Stampede, confirm great. I mean, like, last game, I think maybe they could have done something different. I don't know. Like, they were in pretty bad spots both games. Like, their cards just did not line up well into what we were doing. Like, that attack there, they didn't really have a choice. They have to, like, make me see what I'm doing. We get to see a run back of the sweet Esper combo deck from yesterday with the sideboard. I mean, everything works the same here, Michael Sticks. I haven't put thought into a sideboard for that deck. The person that submitted it originally said they were going to work on a sideboard and possibly resubmit it, but standard works the same way as modern here. So we've got a deck queue for standard, and I'm basically just working out of that. This hand's pretty bad. This hand's very good. Huh. I'm gonna be greedy and keep that. We bring in Assassin's Trophy against Tron. You can find, we've played that matchup since we added Trophy to the deck. You can watch my previous YouTube matches and find out there how I sideboard. Speaking of Tron. The deck made me buy standard cards for the free. It's really sweet. Play around misstep. You're right, punted. Alright, so we'd like to draw a land, an untapped land, or a Heritage Druid next turn. Rude. Heritage Druid no longer good enough. This card was such a massive upgrade to Tron, it's kind of unreasonable. That's really part of the problem with Tron. Like, they've printed a lot of quality hate piece cards for Tron, but, like, they've also printed just, like, a bunch of good upgrades for the deck recently. Yeah, Ballista is very, very good in their deck. Just, like, colorless Doomblade is OP. Yep. Wow. No aggressive use in the Walking Ballista there is absurd for us. Thanks. Good timing. Good timing. They're just gonna, like, play Tron Piece Ugin next turn because that's how this works, but we did get to punish them for having poor timing here. Correct, yeah. The fact that it scales is what makes it good. Power level is always contextual. Anybody who's trying to argue about the power level of anything in Magic and not talking about it in the context of what's going on is just like giving you a dishonest argument. Can you believe people play this deck without black cards in it? Like, can anybody believe that people play this deck without black cards in it? Because that is absurd to me. It is absurd that there are people who register elves and don't put black cards in their deck. Play Shaman of the Pack. If you're playing elves with a combo in it, you're doing it wrong. This is an aggro deck. If you want to play a combo deck, find something else. Gobble, gobble. I'm gonna do this. I don't think I want all the trophies, but some of them are definitely good. Definitely want all the Damping Spheres. I don't think I want Thoughtseize. I like bringing in a couple of Reclamation Sages because with Damping Sphere in play, you can Rec Sage to kill Oblivion Stones before they clear your board. Ezuri's kind of O-Stone protection. The problem is, in order for Ezuri to be O-Stone protection, you have to be holding mana up, and you're often using your mana every turn. The other thing is, too, and this is something people do with aggressive decks like this a lot, is we need to be able to kill our opponent. We need to lean into being aggressive so we can run them out of the game. And if we bring in too many interactive cards, we stop being aggressive and we lose our edge because of that. This hand is absurd. Let's get to go this into this into this. I mean, I kind of agree. You can't just, like, only smork them, but, like, you need, like, a healthy mix of smorking in there. You can't be all disruption. You gotta have some smorking. Elvish Mystic's a great draw here, because it means next turn we'll go land Mystic Damping Sphere. They were just dead, McCullough. You don't need to play around anything when they're dead. You've ruined my ability to enjoy other people's streaming. Why is that? Search hypergeometric distribution calculator. Hypergeometric distribution. All right, so they have Oblivion Stone, but they can't cast it this turn because of Damping Sphere. So I'm hitting them for 6, puts them to 11. They're going to be able to crack their wet ball in 2. Do I want to play out these other elves in my hand? I think I do. Yeah, I want to be able to kill them if I draw a Lord, right? And if I draw a Lord right now, I'm dealing 9. So I want to play out at least this. I'm just going to play them both out and just, like, hope to kill them next turn. I want to kill them. Lord, this lets Shaman of the Pack be lethal, too. I'm getting Oblivion Stoned. If 5 draws to kill this, if like a dozen draws to kill them. Would you look at that, chat? Goodbye, lollipops and rainbow. Connect the dots and do 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 do. Smush. That's not Ugin mana. That's not O-Stone and Kraken mana. All right. I'm glad someone just asked about the Tron matchup. Enjoy your masterclass. Get him. Get him. I like playing Elves. Elves is always a solid pick-me-up after we get beat down. Like, this deck consistently just overperforms. This is my favorite aggressive deck in this format. I don't know if it's necessarily the best, but it's a lot of fun to play, and it's got some power behind it. Yeah, I think this deck's very good. The core of this deck, like, top 8 at a Grand Prix forever ago. This deck can also be very cheap if you want to budget things. You could turn Cavern of Souls into Unclaimed Territory. You can turn Surgical Extraction into just Morse Ooze or some other graveyard hate. Assassin's Trophy can be Abrupt Decay and Maelstrom Pulse. Obviously, a little bit worse against Tron in that case, but still pretty close to the same. Folds hard to the bird getting bolted. I completely disagree with that. I actually think a lot of the decks that are like playing 1 for 1 removal, they tend to get buried by Lead the Stampede and Collected Company. When was the last time I timed out in Magic Online? Probably 3+ years ago. I don't time out. It's not something that I do. I time other people out occasionally, but I play quickly. And when it looks like a match is going to be going to time, I sacrifice percentage points while playing to make sure I'm not going to time out, because that's the appropriate thing to be doing. And Tron's the type of deck where sometimes they have all the things and you die. And that's just like how it goes. Tron's a deck that generates very rancid games of Magic the Gathering. They're generally not particularly interesting. Gosh, what an excellent Hearthstone hand. Unfortunately, this is Magic the Gathering, so we need a land. All right, puppy, give me a land. I just said we're good against people who can bolt the bird, so this is obviously going to be one of the games where they bolt my turn 1 Elvish Mystic and I never draw a land and die. Didn't you time out the first time you executed JAC? That I technically didn't time out. I conceded because I likely would have, but I guess that's fair. That's fair to count that. This matchup is close to unwinnable. This matchup is close to unwinnable because of this Magic the Gathering card. This mattress is as hard as staying awake on a Lisa mattress. God bless. That is. It's a good clean shill right there. They don't have a loam going yet. All right, that's a land. If we get to untap with this Archdruid, these Collected Companies could drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line. They could. They have 3 cards in their hand, right? So it should just be like flashback, conflagrate, kill both my things. Just like proceed to never win the game from there. No, I don't think so, Langler. But, like, this deck can play interesting games of Magic against interactive decks, right? So, like, when this deck is just racing, I don't think they're particularly interesting games of Magic, which is honestly one of the reasons why I personally wouldn't play this deck at, like, a Grand Prix or an Open, is because I like those feel-smart games of Magic, whereas, like, this doesn't really generate feel-smart games of Magic. But they dredge Stinkweed, I'm sure. So, we're dead. I have a couple surgicals to bring in over these Lead the Stampedes, but we don't really get better tools post-board. Yeah, I agree, Gregor. I think Hardened Scales Affinity is a great choice. The reason why I don't want to play Hardened Scales Affinity at the Invitational is because Hardened Scales Affinity tends to struggle against Celestial Colonnade decks, and good players tend to play those decks at events like the Invitational. Blue-red tempo, blue-white control. Basically, the competitive blue-based decks tend to be the most feel-smart decks in the format. I would not consider JAC a feel-smart deck, just for reference. JAC is a powerful linear combo deck, but I would not classify it as a feel-smart deck. Yeah, you can change emotes after they're uploaded. I actually have an emote slot still. We hit, hit that extra emote slot. That is no Conflagrate just yet. All right, if they don't Conflagrate us here on 2, we could have a chance. If they do Conflagrate us, we'll concede and move on with our life. That's not a Conflagrate, so we got that going for us. So next turn I'll be able to go Deep Shadow, Dwynen's Elite, and then Archdruid, I think. I don't think that's strictly true, Langler. I think there's a lot of people that post very reasonable results with decks that have interesting play patterns. There is still no, there's still no Fireball in the discard pile. Hey, I think Humans is a fine deck. Well. They only have one Dredger in their bin. Alright. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all I got. The blue-red tempo deck's a lot of fun. Some of the most fun I've had playing Magic in a long time. That's true. Those were kind of risky clicks. You're not wrong. All right, they found a Conflagrate, but they can't play it this turn. Are we playing blue-red tempo today? I don't think so. I believe it got bought out by Abzan Cars. Although I guess this league's going pretty quick. This deck tends to win matches pretty quickly. Elves has been good. The other couple decks we played today were pretty medium, but Elves has been great. 9 months, happy Twitch, baby. Princess Silver, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. So what all is going on in this discard pile over here? So I think I'm just supposed to play nothing here, right? Am I supposed to play nothing? I was gonna play something close. I'm playing Ionizes in the main Pizza H, but I switched some things around. I like moved the Grim Lava Mansters to the board and some stuff like that. I added a couple of lands. I think I'm just supposed to eat the Conflagrate. I'm like not close to being dead on board, right? Maybe I just pause on their draw step. Yeah, I think that's the line. I think I go second Archdruid and then pause on their draw step. So I get 5 eats here. Start with Conflagrate. Take the Faithless Looting. I just get to take all their graveyard cards here, which is nice. Hey, Nightside Samurai, thank you very much for the Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. Scooze is confirmed to be a hungry, hungry boy. If they have another Conflagrate in their hand, I could be in trouble here. And then hopefully this Ezuri is lethal next turn. I haven't actually done the math on that yet. You have nine defense on blockers. They're out of fetchable lands apparently. Yeah, just start writing is always the best to do. Always my best suggestion. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elves at the moment. So I get to do this and then play Clancaller. I guess I should count here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could play Ezuri and then play and activate Ezuri off Archdruid plus these two, which lets me attack for 7, 13, 19. It's probably not good enough. Why don't they just grab the Stomping Ground? I mean, they dredged one too many, chat. Just flip the Stomping Ground back up. It's fine. Good enough. Yep. Ooh, Scavenging Ooze, chat. It's a heck of a drug. Look at how beautiful. Can we just, like, take a moment to appreciate how beautiful the curve in this deck is? It's like... it's very aesthetically pleasing, right? You're just like, all of these are things that I want to be doing. I can't reasonably mulligan this hand, I don't think. Yeah, Coco is like a pseudo-tutor for the Scavenging Ooze. Too soon for Stomping Ground? There's never a too soon. It's got odd case in. Oh, do they not have a land? Wow. Wow, and they dredged and they didn't have a land. That's, huh. It's an interesting line. Them missing a beat like that could be what we need to get in this game. They flipped a Dark Blast, but they can't cast it. Why would they dredge the Dark Blast without a land? They're just like waiting for the what's it called? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and company here like this because it leaves up to for a what's it called? Hey J Money, thank you for the 6-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So keeping me employed here. So if I take Dwynen's Elite plus Heritage Druid, I can Shaman them for 6, 7, attack them for an 8, leave them at 12, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power in play. I think that's the line. I think it's just like go as wide as possible. It doesn't really get our elves out of Dark Blast range because this is an X1. So like it just gets Dark Blast. Yeah, I agree, Cassie. It's very, very different. Yeah, that means they can't shock then. Yeah, I like that line. I think I just want to like get my stuff into play here. This also gives me draws to like kill them next turn, which is nice. Worst Neighbor NA, thank you for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. If I got the Clancaller and the Heritage Druid, I couldn't play the Shaman of the pack this turn was the issue. Alright, I mean, you dredged a Creeping Chill, I guess. Yeah, I think they needed to, when they didn't have a second land, they needed to start taking draw steps for a second land. Hoping to hit like your 1 or 2 of Dakmor Salvage is pretty narrow. Alright, well, we're 3-0. We've beaten Dredge the last 2 times we played with this deck, which is funny because I've mentioned that it's bad both times. How are you doing, folks? Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time stream, meme, magic content producing machine, whatever you want to call it here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30+ hours a week, usually 40, sometimes 50. We play all constructed on this channel, so if you enjoy Modern, you enjoy Standard, this is the place for you. If you're enjoying my content and you want to help keep me here as often as I am, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. They are the folks that keep my butt in this chair or standing up occasionally. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you, and if you use code Hoagland PayPal and check out with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. BCWSupplies.com would like to help you protect your very valuable Magic the Gathering cards, as well as other gaming stuff. They do sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of wonderful things. And you can use code Jeff10 at checkout with them to save 10% on all of your orders there. And of course, Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleep with Lisa for the last 4 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/HugelBedUS and bit.ly/HugelBedCA. The sand is very good. What if you don't like Standard? If you don't like Standard, that's probably because you haven't tried it. Standard's great for the first time in a long time. Yeah, that's a keep, right? Like guarantees I get to play. Assuming my dorks don't die, I get to play the collecting company on 3. What's the most valuable Magic the Gathering card I have? I own a what's it called? I own a thing. It's I own a Masterpiece Painter Servant that someone sent me because I really love the artwork on. And you can play Standard on Magic Online too, Anoronics, if you're more familiar with this interface. I've definitely heard other people that prefer, I mean, like, Anoronics, think about it this way. It's like, Magic Arena is like when Diablo and Magic come together. They make this digital Magic baby that's a video game. And it's so beautiful. Such a beautiful child. No plays here, just incredibly unlucky. All right. Get your land before I put my elves into play. Sure. Elvish Mystic. Clancaller. Am I doing this? If I put this into play... No, double Shaman's lethal regardless, right? Yeah, I'm gonna start with this. They have like Platinum Angel next turn we die, but I'm okay with that. I'm gonna leave back my Elves of Deep Shadow here, because this way if they have Oblivion Stone plus Tron, I can regenerate 3 of my Elves. This Heritage Druid lets me make 3 mana. Thoughtreize seems good here. I think Trophy is good here. I don't think I want Damping Sphere against the... I don't think I want Damping Sphere against Blutron. Definitely don't want Skews. Don't want the Lead the Stampedes. I think Ezuri might not be good enough. Try and drag my curve down a touch. Maybe trim a couple of Clancallers. Clancaller is kind of like my go-to trim when I'm like not sure what I want to cut. I think this seems good. Yeah, let's do this. I don't like bringing... So, Blue-Tron isn't like Green-Tron in that it's rushing to try and get Tron ASAP and then cast a giant thing. Blue-Tron is a big mana control deck that eventually does something kind of unfair with Tron. So, generally speaking, like, fighting to keep them off of Tron or make their Tron worse is not worthwhile in my experience. And again, every card you bring in a deck like this that isn't killing your opponent is diluting your primary game plan, and we're the beatdown in this matchup. We can't dilute our primary game plan too much. Sphere doesn't really slow us down. It's pretty marginal. I'm gonna concede to a Walking Ballista here. I don't know what a slight spoiler is. And like, it's funny, right? And like, this is why Blutron just always seems so rancid when I play against it. The draws out of Blutron that always beat me when I'm playing against it are the draws that Greentron generates more consistently. So like, that was a Greentron draw, right? Like, that was a linear get Tron, play my big thing, kill you because my big thing is big draw. Like, the mopey play islands, try and control the game draw just like isn't particularly good most of the time in Modern. Yeah, that seems great. As someone who plays Utron, we don't play it because it's good. We play it to sow the salt when we manage to win somehow. That's fair. That's fair. There's plenty of salt to be farming in Modern, that's for certain. Our start is very good here on the play. We've got Assassin's Trophy to disrupt here a little bit. We've got all these collected companies. Just gonna hang out and do our thing. This Walking Ballista, far less scary than the last one. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and resolve this now. Alright, and they're dead next turn, assuming they have nothing. Untapped land. That's kind of good enough. This Heritage Druid lets me play this Elvish Archdruid through a counterspell, through a Syncopate or whatever. Sure. That was a 1-mana Scry 2 for those that are happening. There's a 1-mana Scry 2. Crunch. Now they Miracle Terminus, right? Opponent said good games opponent. Onward, upward, backward, forward. If cars go quickly, I might squeeze in a 5th deck today. We got one more match with this in this league, and then we've got Abzan cars after this. God, I should probably just register this deck at the Invitational. This deck just kills people so efficiently. What would be a cheap alternative to Cavern? Unclaimed territory. If you don't have Horizon Canopy, just make that another basic forest. I would get to eat lunch, that's true. We did beat Dredge Sack, we're 4-0. They kept a 1-lander in game 2 and then dredged instead of trying to draw a second land. You appear to currently be subscribed, they call me Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi. If when you're resubbing, you need to refresh your browser page to send the notification through because it gives you a chance to send a message. Yeah, the counter to Terminus is just kill them faster. Just be lucky, kill them quickly. It's a solid game plan in my experience. If somebody is obnoxiously salty at Paper FNM, is it BM to tell them that it's their fault they aren't having fun playing a match of Magic? Nah, I don't think so. It probably won't go over well. You probably, unless you want confrontation, you probably shouldn't do that. Hand's a great example of why Elves of Deep Shadow is awesome in this deck. It's like hand's much worse without Elves of Deep Shadow. Pelk Collector, okay. Off to the races. I guess some of these Pelk Collector decks are interactive, right? Oh, mono green stumps. Okay, so yeah, this should pretty much just be a race. Is that a Basilisk collar? It's an interesting one. Gosh, Zach, this application feels so slow after playing a bunch of Arena. Like, it's always been slow, but it just, like, feels slower because you know there's something faster out there. Am I supposed to company now? Because I could hit Archdruid, probably. Or Heritage Druid. Yeah, perfect. This deck is so good. Go. Oh man, are we dead to the devotion? This is 3, 4, 5, so they're gonna give something +5/+5 here. I'm gonna just do this. Yeah, if they have double aspect, we're actually dead here. Dismember plus aspect also does it. They have combinations of 2 cards here that kill us. And the fact that they didn't equip the Basilisk color makes me... This could just be like a make sure they block type attack. Maybe that was too defensive on my part, because now I don't have them... I don't have lethal anymore. Yeah, it's possible that was too defensive. All right, sweet. So now I just get to turtle up here. Just like try not to die, basically. Oh wait, can I kill them? Yeah, they're dead, right? I go green off of these, black, and then I hit them for 11, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is my 9th elf, right? Right, that's exactly lethal. So if I attack them for 3, 4, that's 11, puts them to 9, and then I cast this off of black and then green from here. Yeah, they're exactly dead, actually. Can you believe people play this deck without black cards? Anybody? Does anybody out there believe that people play this deck without black cards? Because they do, and it's strange to me. It's foreign. I don't get it. I don't get it in the slightest. Lead is pretty bad. Assassin's Trophy seems fine. I think Scavenging Ooze is fine here too, though. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. You know what the best part about this being my stream is? I don't have to change your mind. I just get to do that. You can play Overgrown Tomb. Or you can play Unclaimed Territory if you have Caverns already. Overground is probably better. You bring in Thoughtseize in the control matchups and fast combo. I don't know if this is keepable. It's like really good with a turn 1 play. I'm gonna keep this knowing that it might be loose. Llanowar Waste, that's a good one as well. No, I don't even think that's true. I don't think Selfless Spirit makes your bad matchups really any better. Right? Just like get Terminus now. Oh baby, it's already been here. Philbo joke. I knight the Defender of the Realm. Go forth and defend us from Twitch chat. Thanks for the year of support, but I appreciate that. Welcome back. Now, Godok Teague is kind of okay against sweepers, but still, I don't think it's better than what this deck is doing. It's a good draw. The Strangleroot promo is very pretty. Concur. I get to trade this Dwynen's Elite for the Colonian Tusker. Probably just take 4 inside of combat next turn. Gut shot. Rough. Well, now I'm trading Elite plus Warrior for the Tusker. They're down to 2 cards in hand. We'll be collected companying into some stuff, hopefully. I don't really want a speed bump there. I think that's just too inconsistent, Judge Advocate. I really like having good mana. Alright, so down to 1 card in hand. We're a little bit behind, but they're down to 1 card, and like, this Scavenging Ooze is gonna have to come be a big boy very, very soon. And there could honestly be an argument for playing the Scavenging Ooze right now, even. Shaman of the Pack's like a decent pickup here, because it's going to allow me to trade with the Colonian Tusker nicely. And like, there'll be infinite food for this goose in the bin. They could kill me with no blocks here, but I definitely think if they're killing me there, I'm just like, fine with that. How about if we just make like a massive Scavenging Ooze? How does that sound? Sounds great to me. That's really interesting. Just like board Stain the Mind. Maybe that's worth testing. Because like you really don't lose to blue-eye control if they don't Terminus you. Look at that! Now when people say when was the last time you 5-0'd, I can say when we were playing Elves, duh. Deck's great. I actually really kind of like that idea. I really kind of like the idea of Stain the Mind in the sideboard. Maybe... I wonder if I need these Thoughtseizes. Four Assassin's Trophies felt like kind of like one too many. What if I turned these into something else? Maybe we'll try that next time. I actually like that idea. Trophies good against Tron and just like random hate cards. They could just be like go deep and play 3 stains. It could be a third Surgical Extraction too, though. Surgical's been pretty good. It could also be a third Scavenging Ooze. I've been really, really happy with Scavenging Ooze. Like, the matches that tend to be hard for this deck, they tend to kill all your creatures. So, like, once they kill all your elves, Scavenging Ooze comes down and is just huge. Yeah, I could see this being okay. Nah, I don't really like Golgari Charm. I like the idea of this card a lot. I'm gonna put that one, leave that one in my deck editor. Just, like, definitely leave that for something to test in the future. I don't know that I want 3 of these. Yeah, I'm gonna put a third Screws in the board. I'm pretty happy with that card. Now, blue-white control has a lot of non-basic blue sources, like Colonnade and stuff. I definitely just, like, want to get rid of Terminus is the card that beats you. So, like, playing a card that beats Terminus is huge. Yeah. Yeah, Heroic Intervention and stuff like that. I like that. All right, let's try that next time. Like I said, the list that's on the website that we have played for forever is fine, but, like, trying out a couple of things in the sideboard next time we play seems good. If I can find a way to, like, make the blue-white matchup feel okay with this deck, I might just play this at the Invitational. This deck is very good. I'm gonna leave this one in my deck editor. Let's put some nice basic forests in here. Sweet full art basics. Like, even when this deck runs bad, we pretty much always 3-2 with it. It's like good clean live in. All right, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick.